Hi everyone, and welcome. I'm Mohammed Ridwan, co-founder of Pluto. It means a lot to have you here today, especially for a launch that's been 6 months in the making. We've actually been quiet these past few months, really quiet, because we've been rethinking everything. Rethinking how finance should operate, rethinking how procurement, finance teams, and employees actually work together, rethinking the future of banking and fintech, and finally, rethinking how AI changes it all. Over the past few years, we've had the chance to work with some of the fastest growing finance teams across the world. And no matter the industry, tech, logistics, F&B, retail, we saw them all hit the same wall. As company spend scaled, expense control got really messy. Procurement lives in email threads, approvals get lost in Slack, budgets are tracked in one place and actual spending happens in another. And when finance finally sees the full picture, several weeks after month-end close, the money's already out the door. There's no audit trail, no consistent process, and definitely no way to enforce policy without frustrating your employees or slowing the business down. At a smaller scale, teams can survive this. But once you're 200 or 500 people across multiple offices, critical vendors, and currencies, it all starts to fall apart. This wasn't just a tooling problem, it was a systems problem. So we set out to solve it. And we didn't want to give you one more tool to add to your stack. We wanted to be the stack, the backbone of how money moves through your business. That's why today, I'm excited to introduce Pluto Control, the operating system built for financial controllers, finance managers, and procurement teams. Pluto Control is one operating system that combines budgets, procurement requests, approvals, and payments, so every spend is captured, approved, and controlled before it even happens. That's Pluto Control, a unified, intelligent intake-to-pay platform that gives finance and procurement leaders real-time visibility and control over every single dollar. It doesn't just react after money is gone, it controls every step before it happens. It all starts with intake, before procurement even begins, capturing the what and why of a spend that has been requested. Every spend request enters Pluto first through one front door. Pluto guides that request through the right path, checking budgets, enforcing policy, routing approvals, and tracking vendors and contracts. And it does this without forcing your company into a rigid one-size-fits-all workflow. Every approval flow, every intake path, every routing rule, it all flexes to how your business actually runs. No more chasing employees, emails, receipts, or approvals, and no more month-end surprises. Just one intelligent system that gives you total confidence in how money moves through your business from the very first request to the final payment. So let's dive in and show you how Pluto Control actually works. At the heart of Pluto Control are 4 powerful capabilities working in sync. I'll take you through each one of these. Number 1 is Pluto Budgets. Number 2 is Pluto Procurement. Number 3 is Pluto Approval Flow. And finally comes Pluto AI, our AI-powered decision layer. You'll see how it all connects on the screen, and I'll walk you through real-world examples of how teams are using each one of these today in their day-to-day workflows. Let's start with Pluto Budgets, because that's where a lot of the pain starts for finance teams. You've got carefully planned budgets sitting in a spreadsheet or ERP, but spend is happening in completely disconnected places. And by the time finance spots an overspend, it's already in the books. Pluto Budget fixes that by embedding budget intelligence directly into the way your company spends. On screen, you will see here, we're tracking live budget utilization by department, project, vendor, however your org is structured. Every transaction, whether it's a card swipe, a reimbursement, or a PO, posts to the right budget line automatically using budget automation rules. Let's take one example. Let's say that your marketing team has a quarterly budget of $50,000. Someone tries to issue a PO for a campaign that pushes them just over that limit. Pluto will catch that before it is approved, and either block it, flag it, or escalate it for review based on the rules that you have set in your company. We've configured Pluto to tighten workflows as a budget gets close to being maxed out. So approvals that would normally be auto-approved now go to a department head or the CFO. That's real-time governance, not a post-mortem after the month closes. You'll also get variance dashboards built in, so you're not just seeing the spend, but understanding why it went over and where to adjust, all in real time. The best part, it works across all Pluto modules. If a team tries to raise a purchase request through procurement or issue a card payment that exceeds budget, Pluto knows and it reacts instantaneously. Next up is Pluto Procurement, and this is where the magic of control really starts to show. Most companies really don't have a real procurement system. They've got a collection of email messages, Google Forms, PDFs, or very complex ERPs that their employees hate to use. Constant follow-ups, it's painful. With Pluto, we give you one intake portal, a single front door for all of your procurement activity. Every purchase request starts here. Employees are guided through structured forms, no guessing what to fill, no back and forth. Each form is customizable to your company's own needs. Let's take one example. Let's say someone from the IT team wants to buy a SaaS subscription. They fill out the request form, and based on the vendor category, amount, and department, Pluto routes it to the right approvers automatically. Once approved, Pluto turns the request into a purchase order instantly without duplicate data entry or switching between systems. That PO stays linked through to invoice, payment, and reconciliation. Finally, every PO and bill is synced bidirectionally into your ERP, whether you're using SAP, Oracle, or anything else. So you've got full traceability from the first request to the final vendor payment. And when audit time comes, well, it's all in one place. Pluto also allows you to consolidate all of your vendor contracts, track renewal cycles and compliance documents all in one spot. So you aren't having to go into shared Google Drives to find them whenever renewal comes. This is intake to pay, fully visible, fully governed, and finally, easy to use for your employees. Let's now move to Pluto Approval Flow, the engine that powers how decisions flow through your company. Every company is different, and Pluto was built to adapt with that. You can build custom workflows based on amount, department, vendor, risk level, whatever matters to you. Let me show you an example. Here we have created an approval workflow for marketing spend. If it's under $1,000, it gets auto-approved. If it's between $1,000 and $10,000, it routes to the right department lead. Over $10,000, it goes to the CMO and finance team for final sign-off. You can also add custom fields like campaign name, client code, cost centers, and Pluto uses that data to trigger routing or populate GL fields downstream. And because it's all no-code, finance teams can update these flows on their own. No IT or expensive consultants are needed to make any changes. In fact, you don't even need us to help you do this. Approvers get notified by email, Slack, WhatsApp, or through push notifications on their Pluto app. They can approve with one click or view the full context, including budget impact, vendor history, and the attached documents. So instead of chasing approvals, you're designing workflows that match how your business already works, and you're enforcing policy automatically at every single step. Finally, let's talk about Pluto AI, the layer that ties everything together. This isn't just a dashboard add-on, it's intelligence built into the system itself. Let's start with reconciliation. Accountants today spend over 20 hours at the end of every month carrying out a painful reconciliation task. Here, Pluto AI is auto-coding 95% of the transactions based on past behavior, merchant name, amount, department, and even who made the purchase. It assigns the right GL codes, cost centers, and tax treatments, saving finance teams hours of month-end cleanup. Now let's look at an edge case. Let's say that someone books a flight through a vendor they haven't used before. Pluto AI doesn't guess, it flags the transaction, explains what's unclear, and suggests the likely category based on historical data. This means less back and forth and fewer errors slipping through. And this is one of my favorite parts, and here's where it really shines. You can ask Pluto AI questions just like you would ask your financial analyst. And all of this can be done in natural language. Hey, Pluto, which vendors did we spend the most with last quarter? Hey, Pluto, which departments are over budget this month? Hey, Pluto, how much marketing spend didn't go through a purchase order process? You don't need filters, exports, or pivot tables, just plain English, and Pluto does the work for you. That's what we mean by intelligence that works like a teammate, not another system to manage. And with that, that's Pluto Control. 4 deeply connected layers: budgets, procurement, workflows, and AI intelligence, all working together to give you total visibility and control across every dirham or dollar your company is spending. We build this not just to make finance teams more efficient, but to make them more strategic. Because when procurement is structured, approvals are intelligent, and spend is fully visible, finance finally stops being reactive. You stop doing the manual work, you stop patching holes, and you start driving real business decisions in real time using strategic finance. To every finance leader, every controller, every procurement team, this is your new operating system. We're so excited for you to try it, and we're just getting started. Thank you again for joining us today. We can't wait to see how you scale your business with Pluto Control.